How's it going, guys? Happy Monday. We got a couple account tune-ups today, and then we're gonna do an Aspen Dungeon, and then call it quits. So it shouldn't be too long today, but let's go ahead and go straight into our first account tune-up. We are on Jimmy's account, and he is on. It looks like on an earlier server. He's only level 194, VIP 12, so pretty big whale for an early server. Let's go ahead check out what his defensive team is first. It looks like he is running Sherlock, Carry, Garuda, Russell. Not sure if I agree with the Garuda in this team. Probably would either just go with like a third carry or maybe do like an Amon Ra for protection against other Russells. Or once you get your Drake up, I probably would run something like, I don't know, something like this. Maybe take out one of the Sherlocks, maybe do like a double Russell. That's probably what I would do once you get your second Russell leveled up and your Drake leveled up. Something along the lines like this. Don't necessarily need two Sherlocks in one team. You could run double Sherlock with a single carry. You could try that out as well. But let's go ahead and go into his Celestial Islands, see what he's gotten in there. So he's got level 25 on the Dark Speed, level 1, level 1. All right, so it looks like he's got level 1 on everything else, so he's doing pretty good on that. Let's see, what's his ship like? Yep, so he's got everything pretty much what I would do, going up into Dark Speed, making sure your carries as fast as possible. And then let's go ahead and check out what kind of gearing he has here. So he's got no gear right now. No gear on any of his heroes. So it looks like he maybe is waiting for me to do the account tune-up, maybe. Do his gearing for him. So yeah, so what I would do for gearing here, let's see here. Do you have an upgraded AMB? And no upgraded AMB. Got a crown right there. It doesn't look like he's got an upgraded AMB anywhere. So yeah, I would probably run like this with a speed attack stone. So I'd probably look for a speed attack stone. But since you don't have a speed attack stone right now, I would probably just go ahead and run a crown with probably, since maybe a speed enables, depending on what your server has. If your other servers are running faster Russells, you might just want to go with like an HP and an attack enable. But yeah, since you don't have a speed attack stone or a speed HP stone, the AMB is not really going to do you much there. For your carries here, your first carry, I would go ahead and run the AMB here, actually probably this Rui Scepter. And then your second carry, you could go, do you not have any more Ranger gear? No more Ranger gear? No more Ranger gear. Looks like he's short on 6-star gear too as well. This one you could probably go with like a Demon Bell. Probably since it doesn't have a full speed here, you're probably just going to go with an AMB. Gonna go with that speed HP there. Got speed attack, so that's good. Let's see, what do you got in the third carry? Speed attack. All right, so that one's actually probably the better carry. Actually, you're probably gonna want to run the speed skin on this one instead. So let's go ahead and do that. And then since you don't have a full Ranger set for this carry, probably just want to do like a 1-3 split just to get as much attack as possible. So that doesn't make her as fast as she necessarily could be, but you're definitely, I don't think there's a point of putting a Demon Bell on these second carries just because you don't have that Ranger set for this carry. All right, so you got 2 carries there, and then for your Sherlocks, let's see what stones you got here. You got speed HP, it looks like. So yeah, so you're gonna want to go full mage set with a Rui Scepter. Speed attack is pretty much better than speed HP, but it's all you got to work with, so that's good. These are good enables, except for I would change Purified to Resilience, just because when Sherlock dips below 30%, he does not HP swap. Yeah, so every time when Sherlock's HP is below 30%, you'll consume 2 layers. So yeah, so you want to make sure that he heals above that 30%, so that way you do want to take this resilience here. I believe that is the best enable for that. For your second Sherlock, you probably just want to grab like a Magic Stone Sword. Speed HP is good, and then since he's a little bit slower, you don't really need the speed enable, so just stagger the HP enables and attack enable. The reason why I chose Magic Stone Sword is to make sure that it helps prevent the dove from an enemy Sherlock who may be faster. Gives a little bit of attack, and especially since you got a speed HP stone, that'll give you some attack right there. See, what other heroes did he have? He had a Garuda in there. I don't think he should be bringing a Garuda. You could even bring an Amun-Ra in. You do have pretty much what I would run for an Amun-Ra, except you would want speed enables here. You could bring an Amun-Ra if there's a bunch of Russells on your server. If you're going to run a Garuda, you're going to want to run, I guess since you don't have a second crown, since you don't have a second crown, I don't think you would even want to bring the Garuda, to be honest. I mean, you could run Kiss a Ghost. You do got that holy damage attack there. You could go full offensive here, so that would work. But once again, I don't know if I'd bring Garuda with the team that you have. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I would probably swap between the Garuda and the Ra, and try to see what works better in your server. But once you build up that Drake, you're going to slot in that Drake into your team, and also once you level up that second Russell, you're also going to want to bring in that Russell onto that team. All right, so let's go ahead and I think he has his Flame Shrine open. So let's do a Flame Shrine attack for him. Let's see, does he have an Antlers Cane? Does he have an Antlers Cane? He does have an Antlers Cane. It's on his bell ring right here. All right, so we need to get some 6-star gear if you have any. Looks like he's really strapped on 6-star gear. No 6-star gear. So probably just leave the full Ranger then. You do have Molassa, so you want to bring in Purify. Probably bring in the Drake here. Crown's probably fine. Heart Watcher. Heart Watcher is not a... Okay. Did not see the Ranger set on this Heart Watcher here. Why is that on there? I think you're gonna actually... I think you get more HP if you stagger this 2-2. Yeah, you get a little bit more, I think. Like 200,000. You get 200,000 more HP. You can want to bring in your Bell Rain. Let's do Demon Bell. Bring in Amun-Ra, just for a little bit extra protection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a Deathsworn will work. So let's see, you got this, you got this. The reason why I'm bringing the Amun-Ra is because your Drake is low level and your Heart Watcher is low level. So you do need that extra protection. They attack randomly, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Let's make sure his team survives. Yeah, so you got the shields coming out from Amon-Ra. Probably would need that Death Sword to die. There we go, just like that. Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty good. Yep, so 8 billion. Definitely can optimize more once you get your Heart Watcher up a little bit, get your Belrain up. But since you don't have a rogue in or anything like that, you're pretty much gonna be maxed out around probably about 10 billion on that Russell there. I'll do your second attack for you. Do the 2 free attacks. All right, so that one is 9 billion. Yeah, I think you're gonna be pretty much capping around 10 billion with this team. But there you go. That'll do pretty good right there. This guy must have a Delacium army. He's got 200 billion. It looks like. Let's see here. Anything else? Aspen Dungeon. I'm not gonna touch Aspen Dungeon today on this account. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good path forward for you. Swap in this carry. I'm going to set your gear back up so when you log in, you'll have the team that's set up for you. Let's see here. Crown. Do the speed enables. I think this carry's still good. That carry, we can go ahead and put in the Ranger gear there. Since you do have Ranger gear, you could bring in a Demon Bell carry. You could stagger 1 speed, 1 Demon Bell, so I will do that. This one does have 110 speed though. So if you're going to want to do that, if you want to bring Demon Bell, you want to make sure the Demon Bell is on your faster speed stone. So let's put the Receptor on this one. All right, and then Garuda has that. Sherlock has that. That Sherlock has that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you got these 2 heroes. So yeah, I think that's what you're going to want. Let's go ahead and check out your pets real quick. See what you got here. All right, so you're working on your deer. That's good. Once you level up your deer, you'll probably want to use deer instead of Phoenix. And yeah, so I think that's it for the first account tune-up. And I'll go ahead and go into the next one. All right, we are on our next account here. We got Jackhammer for this account. Thanks for the subscription, Stone, and also Crazed for the gifted subs. Thank you very much. All right, so for this next account tune-up, we got Jackhammer. Looks like he's a VIP 6, 133. Let's go ahead and collect all that stuff for him real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and check out what his heroes are in his defensive lineup. So it looks like he's very early here. We got a Horus and a Garuda. He's got Belrain, Olivia, Cruz, Carrie. Those are actually very solid heroes to bring as a as like lower stars. You could debatably even put in like an Ignis instead of the Belrain just to try to feed some energy to your Garuda, if that is possible, because Ignis kind of is of a cheese hero, especially for her last passive. Yeah, so for her last passive here, when Ignis dies, she will heal the nearest ally by 50% of the ally's max HP. So that does not matter what level Ignis is. It's going to be 50% no matter what on this 6-star here. At 9-star, it's at 100%. And then increase the ally 50 energy and 40% control immunity. So you could technically use Ignis as like a cheese hero. So yeah. That would be pretty cool to see. Belrain at 9-star is not going to do your team a whole lot, except for maybe give a little bit of a buff to Garuda. So maybe play around with that a little bit. Let's go ahead and check out what your statues are here. So you got 7 in attack there, 12 in HP. So you're pretty heavily invested in HP and attack. With your heroes, see, I don't know if I would necessarily agree with going with HP and attack. Speed probably is better. You don't really have like a carry in your team that's maximum, so the dark energy or the dark speed's not going to matter too much. You're probably fine with what you have right now, but what's going to suck is when you do get a carry up, you're not going to have that dark speed. So I always advise ignore the HP and attack statues and just go either light speed or dark speed. So you might want to start investing into speed just because once you get later down in the road and you do have a full E5 team, you're definitely going to want those speed statues because you want your heroes to be fast. And once your heroes are slower, it kind of ruins some things. Let's go ahead and see what kind of gearing you got here. All right, so you got a 2-2 split with holy damage and skill damage. You're going to want to run this one right here, this holy damage attack. That's a better stone. Just don't run a 2-2 split like this. That's not very good. You either want to run a 2-2 split with the like the one that's what you have on Gruda here, or you're gonna want to just run a 2-2 split with lower gear. So like, let's see, like take this off. For Horus, you're probably gonna want like a 2-2 split like this. So that way you'll give more HP. Running the 2 warrior gear is kind of a waste. I would actually just go ahead and run it like this. Just go full warrior onto the Garuda. That's probably your best option. And then once again, I don't think you're going to want to run 6-star here. You're going to still want to keep this 2-2 split just for maximum HP. You do got a block attack there, so that's probably a second best stone for Horus. Block HP probably is the first best. All right, so you got an A and B here on the carry. Let's go ahead and put, I guess you're going to go like this. Do you have another 5-star I could take for a 3 split? Yeah. You can go like this for a 3 split. Get that extra attack. So other than that, I think your gearing is fine with the way you have it. You got the energy on Olivia for 2 shrinks, or for that extra shrink, and fairy guard. That's pretty good. Magic Stone Sword on Belrain, damage reduction. That's pretty good with attack. So yeah, I think your gearing is actually really good here. I don't think I would change anything. Yeah, that's definitely good. You could do it is viable for you to do Magic Stone Sword on the Gruda instead if you want a little bit more tankiness. But if you are going full offensive, you can go with the Antlers Cane. All right, let's go ahead check here. So you got 604 Valkyries. Honestly, I don't think you're gonna be able to beat that with this team. Let's see, Aspen Dungeon. How far are you in Aspen Dungeon? Are you in Death? Lots of Asians. Wow. Murphy's on this one too. It doesn't. Looks like you are. Is that you, Hellhammer, in this one? Oh, Jackhammer. All right, so you're not in Death yet. I don't know if these heroes would take you to Death. They might. Garuda is a little bit RNG. Horus isn't super great. All right. right, so you said Barry's on the server. So let's go ahead and see here. See what Barry has. Are you sure? I don't see Barry. Maybe I was reading the wrong thing. But other than that, I don't think there's too much for me to really say much about this account. See what you got here in your shards. You got Sherlock's. Yeah, I would probably I'll probably work on that Sherlock next. If you can get carry copies, that'd be great. A Sherlock probably would be pretty good for you in PvP. You got two Sherlocks there with 5 Sherlocks here. Yeah, I definitely do think you should go with that Sherlock next. So that will bring you to E3. You don't have any more carry copies. Yeah, go with the Sherlock next. Build that Sherlock. I think that's what you should do next. You have 4 Russells. And you only got 4 Russells. You do have a lot of relics, so you could technically, if you wanted to, build a Russell. Russell would actually be really good. You do got an A and B. Yeah, I think that's your 2 options, man. Is either spend relics, build Russell, or just go ahead and build a Sherlock. I think that's your 2 options. I'm not gonna build any heroes. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for this account tune-up / review. So we'll go ahead and go into the next one. All right, now on to Stone's account. The account that I screwed up his Aspen Dungeon run earlier today. Got him to death 48. Oh, that so feels bad, man. I'm so sorry about that. I should have made it. I messed it up a little bit. But let's go ahead, go into the account tune-up here. Collect your dailies real quick there. So let's go ahead and start off what you are running in your Crystal Crown. So you got Carrie, Sherlock, Belrain, Terra, Russell. Looks like you got another Sherlock on the way. I mean, if you're set in stone on running the Terras, that's probably what I would run too. If you're set in stone on those Terras. But if you wanted to move away from the Terras, you would run a Drake. And then a Sherlock maybe. This second Sherlock. And then work on another carry. And then swap out the Belrain for another carry. But this is another viable option for you once your Sherlock is E5. You could do this if you wanted to move away from Terras. But if you're set in stone on running Terras, honestly, I think this is probably your best team. I don't think I would go any different. Yeah, if you want to run those Terras, this is definitely the team to do. You could even like work on like building like an Olivia or something, and then try to slot in an Olivia. But I don't know if you want to do that. Maybe you're trying to move away from Terras. Let's go ahead, go in your gearing. So you got Splendid Radiant Crown onto the Russell with the Holy Damage attack. That's pretty good. You could even go speed HP if you wanted to. I believe you got the A and B on Belrain. Yeah, you do. You could, if you wanted to, you could run A and B onto the Russell with speed HP. I know you're not getting the benefit of the glittery that well because you don't have a lot of attack, but it would enable your Russell to go faster than energy carries, and that does benefit you. But I would probably, and even running speed HP with the crown is probably viable. You could keep the holy damage attack. Really depends on how well your other server is. So you got a crown on this Terra and a magic stone sword. That's pretty good. Holy damage attack HP. Okay, so on this one you're going to want to roll for that holy damage HP attack or the holy damage attack stone. HP attack I don't think is super good on Terra. This is a very good stone though, this one right here. Let's see, Belrain's got attack. Yep. If you're running Glittery A and B, that's what you would run. Carry has Antler's Cane, interesting. If you're running a single carry, I don't know if you'd want to run Antler's Cane on the carry. You're probably going to want to run like a speed artifact or a Demon Bell. You probably want to run the Demon Bell, to be honest. Sherlock, perfect. That's a perfect setup right there. Definitely really good. Yeah, so I think the only change that I would do is run the Demon Bell on the carry, just so you can get some energy drain in round 1. Antler's Cane, I believe, is only viable on carry if it's your second or third carry, preferably if it's a third carry. Two carries, I'd still just want to run 1 speed and 1 Demon Bell. For a single carry, Demon Bell is viable, so is an Augustus Magic Ball carry or a Rui carry, but since you got those condensed onto other heroes, your best bet is probably just to go with Demon Bell. You got the Speed Stone, so that's good. So she is in her fastest form. Unless, hold on. You got split attack here. You're not going to want to run Demon Bell, actually. You don't want to run the Demon Bell. You're going to want to run a speed artifact, to be honest. Even just this Wind God will do you good. I think doing just the Wind God or this faction Wind God will do you better than running the Demon Bell or the Antler's Cane. The reason being is your Celestial Island speed is so low. The Demon Bell carry is going to be slower than other Demon Bell carries. So at least this way with the Wind God, it will push your carry to be faster than the other carries. So that would be good. So yeah, I think that's what you're going to do. Try to get more Wind Gods. You might even want to consider regressing your A and B here, or regressing your Rui Scepter, just so you can get more speed artifacts. You might want to consider that. Yeah, definitely think you're going to run that speed artifact. You're not going to be faster than speed carries with full dark statues, but at least they'll be faster than the Demon Bell carries. I've already done his Aspen dungeon with him earlier today. Tower Oblivion, you're on 640. You could actually beat this one. I'd have to do a bunch of gear switching, I think. But to beat this one, you're going to want to run carry Amun-Ra, Sherlock, maybe even the second Sherlock once you get that up. I guess Russell and Gruda. So the key is to CC on this. We'll give one shot. I don't think it's going to work. But the key here is CC. If you CC enough heroes, you will beat this. Because you need a CC that Oberon, you need a CC preferably like the Ormus or something. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need to get very lucky with the CC. Doesn't look like you got any luck with the CC. You're gonna need to somehow manage that Ormus because you need to like CC that Ormus or something so he doesn't heal. CC the Oberon and Ormus. But yeah, if you keep doing that, maybe with this team, maybe with this Sherlock right here, max level, you'll probably have a shot. You could even have your Ada in here instead of. You can even do like this. But yeah, I think that's good. I hope that gives you the information that you need. You got Carry there, Ignis, Thaqua. You got a couple of these, so you can probably pull maybe a Russell and maybe a carry or something for another carry. I do think you should work on a second carry. I think your account will benefit tremendously from another carry. So yeah, I think after you finish that second Sherlock, try to build a second carry. I think that's what your goal should be. So I hope this helps you, Stone. And I'm going to go ahead and go into the next activity for today.